Hey love bugs, so today I'm going to be doing a first impressions try on video on the Rihanna line, the Fenty Beauty Cosmetics. I've got some great products here. I tried the primer, the foundation, the contour sticks, 3 of them, highlight cream, matte stick, matte contour stick, and shimmer highlight stick, and then 2 of their highlighters. And without further ado, let's get this party started. My shade in the Fenty foundation is 140, which has a golden undertone, and this sample pack has 150, so I'll be using that shade. And it also has the primer. I do have the foundation coming. I am waiting on that, but I've got this in the meantime. And we're gonna start with the primer. I haven't gotten the brushes or any of the tools, so I'm gonna be using some of my favorite brushes and tools, and hopefully that'll work out. I figured we could do half beauty blender, half brush, see how they differ. I know that this is supposed to be like a matte primer, but still moisturizing, so we will give this a shot. At first, when I saw the products from Fenty, I wasn't planning on really trying them. I wasn't like as excited as a lot of people seem to be. But then, the more I tried them at Sephora, the more I wanted to try it for myself. So this is the primer. I'm just dabbing this on with my fingers. It feels very smoothing. It's doing nice things with my pores. I'm barely dabbing and it's really spreading nicely. I like the consistency. It's very different from my other primers. It's sort of in between a smoothing primer and a regular like all over primer. And it definitely is making my skin look better, like smoother. From working with this stuff at Sephora, doing a million color matches because we've been crazy, just flooded with people wanting to try Fenty, I've noticed that it goes on light and then it darkens. So I'm using my Sephora Core Diffuser 95. Now, like I said, this isn't a true first impressions in that I've never played with these products before. I have, just not on me. So pretty. Feels very lightweight. It doesn't really feel like I'm wearing a lot of foundation, at least yet. I can see it getting a little bit dry, looking right around my dry patches. Who am I kidding? My whole skin is one giant dry patch. So it's looking a little like powdery, you know, but it's not sticking to my texture and accentuating it, so that's good. Seriously, a little goes a long way. I don't feel like I need much of this at all. That is really pretty. I'm going to try a beauty blender on the other side. You see it darkening? I'd really like to try the Fenty sponge. I heard that it absorbs less product, which is good, which means you kind of waste less. I had to go over this spot again. I'm going to use my brush because I think it gives it better coverage. Okay, love, so it does look pretty. I'm getting like medium coverage from that light layer, and up in here you can see all that dryness. So what I've got here is this trio. They're cream sticks. Mine is in the shade light or fair. I forget, it's the lightest shade. And we've got linen, amber, and starstruck. They're magnetized. The packaging is really weighty. And at first, part of the reason I wasn't crazy about the line was from the pictures. I thought the packaging looked kind of cheap, but in person, it's not. It doesn't look cheap. The bottle for the foundations is frosted and really weighted and beautiful, and same with this. It feels nice. I'm gonna try to conceal with it. It doesn't look super full coverage, but it is matte. It's very smooth. I'm gonna use the Beauty Blender on this side. It's blending out beautifully. And then the brush on this side. Okay, I don't like the brush with these sticks. I'm gonna use, it's sort of, I don't know, it's making it look weird, so I'm gonna use the sponge. Oh yeah, that's way better. The brush was kinda, it almost made it look like it was separating or something. I don't know, it's weird. So I'm gonna stick with the Beauty Blender then. I definitely feel like I need another concealer. Well, maybe I should try and build it up. Gave a brightening effect, but I don't think I love it as my sole concealer. I'm putting on a little bit of my NARS Creamy Concealer. Just right where I see darkness peeking through. Now I'm going to go for the second stick. This one is in the shade Amber, and it's another matte. It's like a cool tone contour color. This contour shade is definitely showing up. It's blending out nicely too. I'm curious if I got a warmer shade and use that with this trio, if I would like how this looks a little better, because I do like how it's blending and I like the finish. It's just a little gray for me, and I like to give my skin a little more warmth, especially recently. I've just been really into bronzer. It's pretty as a contour, it's definitely sculpting, but I'm like, I need to reach for a bronzer. I have 3 different highlights to choose from. The Starstruck, Mean Money / Hustler Baby, and Metal Moon. These guys are like impossible to open. I don't understand why I'm having so much trouble. Actually, that just made a liar out of me. But that's what this one looks like. And then this one, how do I open it? This one has more of a rose gold and subtle highlight duo. I guess I'll try some on my eyes as well. I'll use a little bit of the shimmer stick, because why not? It has like silver flecks of glitter in it. I don't really want to put this on directly because I think it's going to be too intense. So I'm dipping my finger into it and tapping. Yeah, but I would say if you're not a fan of glitter and shimmer, you probably won't like this shade, because I'm definitely picking up on little silver specks. I'm kind of curious if I can use this as almost like a bronzer, like just to warm up the skin. So I'm going to use the more subtle side, which is Mean Money. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, I love this one. Wow, that is a beautiful glow. It's not shimmery, it's just a glow. It's subtle, but really beautiful. Yeah, I'm a fan. This is one that I feel like I could sort of use all over. This is so kind to my dry skin. I'm going to set my under eyes with it. Oh, that's beautiful. How about I just set everything with this? Yes, let's do it. Oh, that's pretty. I love it. I love, love, love it. That's my favorite thing I've tried so far. This shade right here. The more subtle shade. I'm going to try the more intense shade. I'm going to try it on my eyes. Oh, that is pretty. I'm just popping that right on the center of the lid. Okay, I see you. Now I'm going to put that in my inner corner. And underneath the eyes, why not? It's almost like a peachy gold. Then this guy, Metal Moon, is like a white gold. And I'm going to take this and do like just a dash right at the highest point, or the point I want the most glow. I heard the highlighting brush from this line is supposed to be good, the full size one. That's very light but very pretty. I'm going to take a very subtle bronzer. This one is from Bare Minerals. Just gonna warm this up a little bit. Just a dash, I think that helps. I'll do my lashes and brows off camera and I'll be right back. One thing I have to say is I feel kind of like scratching my makeup off. My skin feels very dry. It feels very, very dry. Overall, it looks pretty darn beautiful. This contour is growing on me. It looks stunning. I think that the contour shade has a little bit of a blush undertone. I know it doesn't look like it in here, but once it kind of settles, it has like a little bit of a rosy undertone. I mean, it's definitely gray, but I actually really love it. I think it's really pretty, and I actually, let me show you. So I scraped away a little bit of my makeup underneath my eyes, so then I went back in and touched up with my linen shade, and it layered really beautifully. Everything feels so set, like it has really dried down and doesn't really need powder to set it, which I think is pretty cool. I think this is really great for touch-ups throughout the day, I have a feeling. Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. I think I'm going to use one of my new Hourglass lippies. Oh, they're so good. This one is the shade My One Desire. I do not have the gloss from Fenty Beauty to try. I'm not really all that interested in it. That's why I didn't pick it up, but yeah. Okay, so let me zoom you in so you can see the complexion. Obviously that Milani spray really gave my skin luminosity, but I was super dry. I'm still feeling a little bit dry, but it looks a little better. The highlighters are gorgeous. I do love all of them, with the exception of Starstruck. I think that it is very pretty, but I don't think that it's my favorite. I think it's a little bit too glittery for my everyday type of taste, but it is a pretty almost silvery glitter highlight. And the contour shade I love. The brightening under eye stick is stunning as well. I think it's a really nice matte formula. It gives a brightening effect. It's creamy, a little bit dry on my skin, but on normal skin I think it's beautiful, and it's not as full coverage as a concealer in my opinion, but as a brightening stick, really, really pretty. The foundation is lovely, but I think a little dry for me, and the primer, we'll see how that goes, but it definitely did a good smoothing effect. So I'm not sure how many throughout the day check-ins I can do because I'm going out. Makeup lasts a long time on my dry skin, so unless it's like abnormally bad, it should last. Hey guys, first check-in. I am out shopping. I feel dry, but no worse than when I first applied it, and everything seems to be intact. Say it's been 4 hours, so yeah. Hey guys, so it's been about 7 hours and I feel like my highlight has definitely worn off some. The concealer brightening shade definitely settles into fine lines and creases. Overall, everything looks pretty nice and intact. So, yes. and chompers. About to take off my makeup. It has been a good long day. It's been about 9-10 hours of wear, so time to get this off, but overall it looks really good. Okay guys, so that is it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this first impressions video. If you did, thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. Thank you so much for coming back if you are returning, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.